What if I told you there's a food sitting in ancient Egyptian tombs right now that's still perfectly edible after 3,000 years, and it's probably already in your kitchen? Today, we're counting down the top 20 survival foods that can outlast almost anything, from natural disasters to economic chaos. These aren't just random pantry items. These are scientifically proven, time-tested foods that can last years, decades, or even centuries. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to stock up on to keep yourself and your family prepared for whatever comes next. Welcome to Essential Pantry, where we help you build a smarter, more prepared kitchen. If you're serious about food security and long-term preparedness, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss our essential guides. Let's start with the foundation, the staples that form the backbone of any serious survival pantry. These are the foods that have proven themselves time and time again, the ones that will be there when everything else fails. First up is white rice, and there's a reason this grain has fed civilizations for thousands of years. White rice isn't just food, it's a time capsule. The secret to its incredible longevity lies in the processing. When rice is milled to remove the outer bran layer, it also removes the oils that cause spoilage. This simple process transforms rice into something that can last 30 years or more when stored properly. Archaeologists have discovered edible rice in ancient tombs, proving that this grain can literally outlast empires. But it's not just about how long it lasts. White rice is lightweight, calorie-dense, and incredibly versatile. In crisis situations, it's been used as currency, traded for other goods when money becomes worthless. To maximize its shelf life, store white rice in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers. Keep it in a cool, dry place, and it'll be ready to feed you decades from now. From basic porridge to stir-fries, rice adapts to any situation, making it absolutely essential. Now let's talk about that food from the Egyptian tombs I mentioned at the start. Honey. This isn't just a legend, it's scientific fact. Archaeologists have found 3,000-year-old honey in ancient tombs that was still perfectly edible. But why? The answer lies in honey's unique chemistry. Its low moisture content and high acidity create an environment where bacteria simply cannot survive. As long as honey is stored in sealed glass jars, it will never spoil. Never. But honey is so much more than a sweetener. It's a natural antibiotic that can be applied to wounds to prevent infection. It soothes sore throats and upset stomachs. In emergencies, it provides quick energy and a massive morale boost. Because, let's be honest, when everything tastes like cardboard, a spoonful of honey reminds you that life can still be sweet. Even if your honey crystallizes over time, don't worry. Just warm it gently and it returns to its liquid form. Honey isn't just survival food, it's survival medicine. Next is salt, and if there's one item on this list with a truly infinite shelf life, it's this. Salt doesn't expire. It can't expire. It's a mineral that's been around for billions of years, and it'll be here long before we're gone. But its value goes far beyond seasoning your food. Salt is one of humanity's oldest preservation methods. Before refrigeration existed, salt was used to cure meats, ferment vegetables, and create brines that kept food edible for months. But it's also critical for your body. Salt helps regulate hydration, supports muscle function, and keeps your nervous system working properly. For long-term storage, choose plain salt over iodized varieties. While iodized salt is great for daily use, the additives can degrade over time. Table salt, sea salt, Himalayan pink salt, they all work. Just keep them dry and they'll last forever. White vinegar is another item that defies time. Thanks to its high acidity, vinegar never expires. It's self-preserving, which makes it invaluable in any survival situation. But what makes vinegar truly special is its versatility. In the kitchen, you can use it for pickling vegetables, tenderizing meat, and adding tang to recipes. Outside the kitchen, it's a powerful cleaner that disinfects surfaces without harsh chemicals. It can even be used for minor first aid, like treating small wounds or soothing insect bites. Store white vinegar in a cool, dark place, and it will last indefinitely. No refrigeration needed, no special equipment required. It's simple, reliable, and does the work of 10 different products. That's why it earns its place as a survival essential. And finally, in this foundational group, we have sugar. You might think of sugar as a luxury, but in survival scenarios, it's anything but. Sugar provides instant energy when your body needs it most. But beyond that, sugar is a preservation tool. You can use it to make jams and syrups, preserving fruits and other foods for months. It's also a key ingredient in making energy-dense treats that can lift spirits when morale is low. Properly stored, sugar lasts indefinitely. Keep it in an airtight container away from moisture, and it will never go bad. Even if it hardens into a solid block, you can break it up and use it just fine. In tough times, a little sweetness can make bland survival food bearable. Don't underestimate the psychological impact of having something that actually tastes good. Now let's move into the second tier, the protein-packed, nutrient-rich foods that will keep you strong and healthy when fresh food is a distant memory. These are the foods that don't just fill you up, they fuel you. And at the very top of this list, sitting proudly at number 1 overall, is peanut butter. Yes, peanut butter is the undisputed champion of survival foods, and here's why. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter deliver nearly 200 calories of pure, shelf-stable energy. It's loaded with protein, healthy fats, magnesium, vitamin E, and niacin. It doesn't need refrigeration, it doesn't need cooking. You can eat it straight from the jar with a spoon and it will keep you alive. Unopened, peanut butter can last for years. Even after opening, it remains safe to eat for months as long as you store it in a cool, dry place. But beyond nutrition, peanut butter provides something equally important in emergencies: comfort. When you're stressed, scared, or exhausted, peanut butter tastes like home. Spread it on crackers, stir it into oatmeal, mix it with powdered milk for a protein shake, or just eat it straight, crunchy or creamy, natural or classic. It doesn't matter. Peanut butter is always there for you. Next up are lentils, the plant-based protein hero that most people overlook. Dried lentils can last up to 30 years when stored properly, and unlike beans, they retain their nutritional value incredibly well. They're packed with protein, fiber, iron, and complex carbohydrates. For anyone building a plant-based survival pantry, lentils are non-negotiable. What makes lentils even better is how fast they cook compared to other legumes. You don't need to soak them overnight, just throw them in a pot with water and they're ready in 20 to 30 minutes. They absorb flavors beautifully, making them perfect for soups, stews, curries, and even veggie burgers. Store them in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers, and they'll be ready to fuel you for decades. Canned meats are the protein source that survives anything. Spam, tuna, chicken, sardines, these aren't glamorous foods, but they're incredibly effective. The canning process vacuum seals and sterilizes the meat, killing all bacteria and locking in nutrition. Properly stored, canned meats can last 5 to 10 years or more. They're calorie-dense, ready to eat, and versatile. Toss them into stir-fries, mix them into salads, add them to stews, or eat them cold straight from the can. When fresh meat is unavailable, canned meats provide the protein your body needs to stay strong. And in a crisis, having a reliable protein source can mean the difference between thriving and just surviving. Wheat berries are the ultimate survival grain, and here's why they beat regular flour by a mile. Wheat berries are whole, unprocessed wheat kernels. Unlike flour, which contains oils that go rancid quickly, wheat berries can be stored for 30 years or more without losing nutrients or going bad. You can grind them into fresh flour whenever you need it, which means you always have baking quality flour on hand. Or you can soak them and cook them into porridge, or sprout them for fresh greens, or toss cooked wheat berries into salads. They're the Swiss Army knife of grains. One food, endless uses. If you're serious about long-term preparedness, wheat berries deserve a spot in your pantry. Oats are the humble superfood that punches way above their weight. They're inexpensive, lightweight, and when stored correctly, they can last 30 years or more. Oats are loaded with fiber, iron, and complex carbohydrates, giving you sustained energy without the crash. But oats aren't just for breakfast. You can use them in soups and stews to add thickness and nutrition. You can bake them into bread or cookies. You can even grind them into flour. They absorb flavors well and serve as a blank canvas for whatever you're cooking. For the price and versatility, oats are one of the smartest investments you can make in your survival pantry. Now we're entering the final section, the complete meals, ancient legends, and storage strategies that tie everything together. These are the foods and techniques that transform a random collection of ingredients into a fully functional, crisis-ready pantry. Let's start with MREs, meals ready to eat. These are the fully sealed, self-contained pouches developed for military use, and they're as close to perfect survival food as you can get. Each MRE includes a main course, side dishes, snacks, condiments, and even dessert. They're designed to last 5 to 10 years when stored properly, and they require zero cooking. They're lightweight, compact, and provide balanced nutrition in one package. They're perfect for bug-out bags, camping trips, or emergency kits. You don't need a stove, you don't need electricity, just open and eat. While they're not the cheapest option, the convenience and reliability make them worth every penny. Now let's talk about the ancient survival trinity, 3 legendary foods that have kept people alive for centuries, and in some cases, millennia. First is hardtack, the indestructible biscuit that fed sailors, soldiers, and explorers throughout history. Hardtack is made from just flour and water, baked until it's rock hard. It's not flavorful, it's not soft, and you might chip a tooth if you're not careful, but it can last for centuries if stored properly. Hardtack is the cockroach of the food world. It survives everything. In dire situations, it's a reliable source of calories that will never let you down. Next is Pemmican, the original power bar created by indigenous peoples of North America. Pemmican is made from dried meat, rendered fat, and sometimes dried berries, all pressed into compact blocks. It's calorie-dense, packed with protein and fat, and requires zero refrigeration. Properly stored, Pemmican can last decades. It's efficient, portable, and time-tested. If you're building an emergency stash or preparing for a long journey, Pemmican is one of the smartest foods you can include. And then there's freeze-dried fruit, the modern marvel with a 25-year shelf life. Freeze-drying removes moisture while preserving flavor, texture, and nutrition. These fruits are lightweight, compact, and perfect for snacking, adding to oatmeal, or mixing into baked goods. Canned fruits are also great, lasting 3 to 5 years and providing natural sugars and vitamins. When fresh fruit is unavailable, freeze-dried and canned options keep you supplied with essential nutrients. But even the best foods need support, and that's where the supporting cast comes in. Powdered milk gives you 20+ years of calcium and protein. Just rehydrate it for use in coffee, cereal, baking, or sauces. Once opened, reseal it in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers to extend its life even further. Instant coffee might not be essential for survival, but it's essential for sanity. Freeze-dried and vacuum-sealed instant coffee can last 20+ years without losing potency. In stressful situations, coffee provides alertness, warmth, and comfort. It's lightweight and compact, making it perfect for emergency kits. Ramen noodles, the staple of college students everywhere, are also a survival superstar. Their low moisture content and airtight packaging give them a shelf life of up to 10 years. They're not the healthiest option, but they deliver quick, cheap energy with minimal preparation. In survival scenarios, calories are king, and ramen provides them in abundance. Canned vegetables might not win culinary awards, but their value in emergencies is unmatched. The canning process sterilizes the vegetables and locks in nutrients. Stored properly, canned veggies can last 5 to 10 years or more. They provide vitamins, minerals, fiber, and hydration, all critical when fresh produce is unavailable. Bullion cubes are small but mighty. These concentrated flavor bombs can last 5 to 10 years and transform bland survival meals into something actually enjoyable. When you're eating plain rice and lentils for the 3rd day in a row, a bit of chicken or beef bouillon makes all the difference. They're lightweight, compact, and worth their weight in gold when morale is low. And don't forget cooking oils and ghee. Fats are essential for nutrition and flavor. Vegetable oil and olive oil last 2 to 3 years, while ghee, thanks to its stability, can last even longer. Ghee is especially valuable for high-heat cooking and long-term storage. Oils add crucial calories to your diet and make basic foods infinitely more satisfying. But having all these foods means nothing if you don't store them properly. Let's talk about the master storage strategy that will keep your pantry legendary for decades. The 4 pillars of food storage are simple: cool, dry, dark, and airtight. Most long-lasting foods thrive in environments away from sunlight, moisture, and heat. Store them in a basement, closet, or pantry where temperatures stay consistent. Use airtight containers to keep oxygen and pests out. Mylar bags, food-grade buckets, and glass jars with tight seals all work beautifully. For grains, legumes, and powdered foods, add oxygen absorbers. These small packets remove oxygen from sealed containers, dramatically extending shelf life. Even though many of these foods last decades, it's wise to rotate your stock. Use older items first and replenish with fresh supplies. This keeps your pantry functional and ensures nothing goes to waste. But storage isn't just about longevity, it's about building balanced nutrition. Your pantry should include carbohydrates from rice, oats, and wheat berries, protein from lentils, canned meats, and peanut butter, fats from oils and ghee, vitamins and minerals from canned and freeze-dried fruits and vegetables. This balance keeps you healthy and energized when fresh food isn't an option. And never underestimate the importance of variety and morale. Survival isn't just about calories, it's about maintaining your mental and emotional strength. Foods like honey, peanut butter, and freeze-dried fruits offer comfort and flavor, making tough times a little easier. Bullion cubes and spices transform bland staples into meals you actually want to eat. When everything feels uncertain, having food that tastes good can be the difference between despair and hope. From ancient grains to modern convenience foods, these 20 survival staples have earned their place in the pantry of anyone serious about preparedness. Some are practical, some are ancient, and some are legendary for their resilience. Together, they form a foundation that can keep you fed, fueled, and even smiling when the world goes sideways. No fridge, no problem. No electricity, you're still eating. With these foods in your pantry, you're not just prepared, you're equipped to handle anything, from storms to shortages. Start building your legendary pantry today and let us know in the comments which of these foods you're stocking up on first. Don't forget to subscribe to Essential Pantry for more guides on food security and smart preparation. Stay prepared, stay ready, and we'll see you in the next video.